Hey everyone. So this is part 3 of the BZPlasma playtest, and this is the Archvile ambush sequence that occurs after the first big fight with the 6 switches. So let's begin. See, this time he did it again. He's looking right there. So
I need that.
he's like, I need that. He says this. He's like, I need those items that are there. I added little tiny lips at the bottom of both of those windows in hopes that those would kind of nudge the player into thinking that. But if you remember from the last playtest, if you watched the last playtest, he he actually does go into classic mode, Doom mode, and he kind of admits it, which I think is kind of interesting. It's like he's not in shitty WAD mode anymore. he's treating this like it's a legit Doom.
Other ammo. I have a little bit. There we go. Well, at least you did do indeed what you said you were going to do. I haven't actually felt ammo starved.
Yeah, the lack of the chain gun was a massive problem that caused all kinds of other problems too. So, yes.
Like I was the last time I played this, I was just horrendously ammo starved. The lava gives me bonus. Oh yeah, jumping is allowed, I forgot. See, I'm still in old classic Doom mode.
Yeah, so chat mentioned, like, dude, you're allowed to jump. Remember, jumping crouching is allowed, and they reminded him. So he's allowed to do it. So he's like, oh, okay, that's how I get up there, right? And then my intention with that first window is to remind you that you can jump. So he immediately picks up on it. Does he put 2 and 2 together and go out the other window?
Here, so my mentality just doesn't,
There it is.
you know,
There you go.
it's
Yes.
always the same.
Yes. Yes. It's like bending steel.
Most people have to remind me. It's like, oh, you can jump in this one. It's like, oh, whoops. I completely forget.
So he completely grabbed the shotgun and didn't even pay attention to the entire fight. He's just all over the place. That's fine. Whatever. Yeah, this plays out almost identical at this point to how Fonzie played as well. It's like this sort of right here on this staircase, taking pot shots at the Archvile from a weird angle where they can't quite get a beat on him. I think actually BZ just, yeah, he just rocketed him to death. So I take it back, never mind.
Is always in shitwad mode, yep.
He's always in shitwad mode. They're talking about like shitwad mode where like most of the maps that he's playing he's not allowed to jump in.
Hey, rare foil. Weren't jumping out of principle? I was jumping because this is allowed. The person who made this level is watching me right now, rare foil, and he said jumping was allowed.
Yep.
Yeah, this is going way better.
Yeah, so far this playtest is so fucking much better than the first time.
No ammo starvation. Hey, you changed this.
Yeah, the intention was to make this a little bit more interesting and also make the blue key a little bit easier to see.
I don't
I don't know if it made a difference, honestly.
remember this being here. Did you change this? You changed this.
Yes, I did.
I don't remember this.
So he lays waste to all the enemies. He comes right back up, and at this point he actually gets kind of distracted because I think that there were some things that chat was talking about, and I
Yeah, I
might.
know, right, Junction?
I wish I know what Junction said.
Yeah, this is way different than I remember it. Well, not way different.
Yeah, the level had gone under quite a bit of changes since the first time you play tested it. One of the things I was worried about was that he was just going to assume that the level was unchanged and that he was going to have all the same problems, and you know that's why he was so reluctant to play test it again. Yeah, I gotta fix this. I can't make it. I, you have to figure this out in order to get up there, and I just let the player just, yeah, this all needs to be reworked.
Nah, I just gotta figure out how to get the BFG.
Ha! How to get it.
Where did I miss it? Can I get back to it?
Okay, at this point, we're talking about the BZPlasma Easter egg, which I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead a little bit so we can get to see it because it's kind of pointless to show him flopping around the map like a fish out of water.
In that room with those dudes.
I mean, he was searching for this.
First time.
Yeah, he went back all the way back this way.
Either at the beginning or
he, he was
the
just
first
so
big fight.
lost.
Which was big. Hey,
It,
Terrarian.
it's weird because the first fight is a big fight, but nobody thinks it is. I'm gonna. You're all wrong. Okay. So now he goes all the way back to the first room.
But if you make me have to fall into the lava again to see my Easter egg.
No. No. You don't have to go in the lava. Okay.
This is how I died the first time.
He started over again, just so he could find his Easter egg. Alright. Alright. He makes a save. Alright, here it is.
Alright, so I have to collect all this shit in 4 seconds.
Yeah, he assumes. So this might actually be something maybe I should think about, but I don't know how I'd implement it. He assumes after the first helmet that he grabs, or the first item he grabs, that's when the timer begins, which I think is actually a more logical way to think about it. He didn't realize that it's only triggered on whether or not he enters the area. So alright, so now he knows, and now he's doing it correctly.
Yeah, that did not work. Wow, 4 seconds. That is retarded.
I might make it 5, but it's an Easter egg. There it is.
There we go. Yay!
Alright. So he goes all the way back.
So we can say it stands for Bravo Zulu? Yeah, exactly.
So, in the script it's Bravo Zero, but I guess I gotta make it Bravo Zulu. So there you go, as part of the feedback. Rename the function to Bravo Zulu. So this is at the point where he just sort of goes in. He skips past an entire section of the level, which is something that I absolutely do need to fix. He's about to start the second big fight of the level, so let's see how it goes.
Bravo Zulu plasma rifle. God, now we have an archie. I have no place to hide.
Yep. I'm so glad the imp didn't spawn right in front of him while he was firing rockets like that. There he is. So one of the main things that a lot of people were complaining about, or at least bringing up, is the respawning imps. And I'm thinking that the respawning imps will probably be something that I reduce greatly, or pretty much remove entirely in favor of something else. Either bigger enemy spawns, but in much lower frequency, or something along those lines where it's like not imps, because a lot of people just don't like the imps in general because they act very badly in Brutal Doom. Yeah, they can be pretty annoying with their jumping around and stuff. But also, the you notice there's an arachnotron over there. That arachnotron has to be killed in order for the next sequence to trigger. So yeah, there's a few things that are going on that exacerbates the respawning of the imps, because if you don't kill the high priority enemies, then the sequence won't continue to the next part, which is it would be a lot better if that arachnotron wasn't counted or didn't exist maybe. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that needs to happen on that front. So anyway.
Yeah, these fucking amps.
Yeah, I could definitely see, like, if that arachnotron didn't exist, then this sequence probably, even with the respawning imps, would have gone a lot more smoothly. Once again, nobody's shooting feet. Nobody's shooting feet. Nobody's played Quake. I swear. I swear it's driving me crazy.
Make a wad called BZ's Raging Boner. Holy fucking pinkies. Hey, Q-Skin. What's GameWisp? A subscription service for people who get rejected for partnership on Twitch. It's like Twitch partnership, except for people who keep getting rejected because Twitch are a group of assholes. So it's the closest thing for non-partners to have what you would consider to be kind of like a fake type of partnership sub thing.
Now I realize that everybody has zero trouble whatsoever killing that Hell Knight up there, and probably nobody realizes that he's a high priority target because he's being counted in the script in order to trigger the next sequence. I don't know, for some reason it just sort of sits being a little bit strange in my mind though. Whatever.
Actually, Mutikins, according to the people I talked to at GameWisp, at TwitchCon 2016, there was the people from GameWisp were there, and they actually said that GameWisp, if you have a huge amount of subscribers on GameWisp, it can sway Twitch's decision to partner you, because they'll see you having lots of subscribers on GameWisp and they'll be like, we want a piece of that. So they'll be like, hey, would you like partner? Yeah, they said that it is totally possible, and people have had that happen before.
I like that he figured out how to get up to those hell files up there.
It does increase your chances for partner, not too much, but it does increase a little bit. But
So what he does right here is actually very interesting, because I'm probably going to make a secret.
35 rejections pretty much means no partnership ever for me.
I feel like he should have found a secret up here.
At least at the moment.
Right here, staircase or something, kind of lead up to where the Arachnotron is, and have like some items up there or something. I'm not sure what, but it's armor helmets, blah blah blah, something nice. I think that was actually a really good call on his part, and I didn't reward that exploration at all. Okay, I'm gonna end this one here and do some time-lapse stuff and fix everything up. So I hope you enjoy the fixing of things that have occurred in this video, and also talking about the area that was skipped completely, which does need to be discussed, because I think that is actually a problem with the level that does need attention. So time to get busy. Alright. Hey everyone. I ended up combining two of the episodes because I had done so much in the last episode. There really wasn't anything to do with the last video. So these are now combined. Everything that I did in this so far is up to the long push battle sequence, and I'm going to go over all the things that I did for this. Not very much. Most of it was just regarding the scripting. I removed the infinite spawning imps. They're no longer a thing, but there are still spawning imps. But I also I got rid of the Arachnotron that was over here, which was a really awkward fight. During the playtest, he's sitting there trying to shoot this Arachnotron that's like all the way over there. And then the imps would keep spawning, and they were annoying, and there was like a big group of them. So there is a little bit more breathing room in general. There, you have a little bit more time and a little bit more of a chance to like chill in a corner and like breathe during this fight. But to make up for it, I changed the enemy types. So you have a Mancubus here now instead of an Arachnotron. The Mancubus is not a major enemy, but he will be a major threat. So he's not going to determine the pushing forward of this script. I doubled up on the Arachnotrons up here. I added additional Keiko Demons, so there's even more Keiko Demons. And I also made it so that this is now a more pronounced piece of geometry with stairs going up to it and two Mancubuses with a height advantage that will shoot down. Very likely that they will probably melt quite a few of these Pinky Demons, although usually when the Pinky Demons are coming out, the player will probably break line of sight. The fact that there's two Arachnotrons up here also changes the dynamics of the fight quite a bit, especially when trying to deal with the Archvile that comes up here. The Archvile will make it so that you have to hide here or here. Well, there's two Arachnotrons that are also triangulating their fire on you as well. So it's a situation where that Archvile absolutely has to die. So that the fight itself is more about taking out bigger enemies that are more meaningful rather than respawning constant waves of shitty enemies. The imps are pretty annoying. I have to admit, them jumping around doesn't exactly like make me happy. Anyway, there was a point during this playtest where BZPlasma came up this way and it was just dead end. Well, now it's a secret. You come up here, you jump up on these stairs, and you go in here. This will be open up when you get up to this point. There's some ammo and um, health and armor shards. Now you might also notice that I changed some of the secrets because one of the things that was happening was there were just too many backpacks. So now I only have one backpack, and the backpack is foreshadowed over here. I'm pretty sure most players will be able to figure out how to get to it. It makes a little bit more sense that if you're going to give something like a backpack to make it something that's not super hard to get, especially since it really affects balance. Although it's perfectly possible to beat the level even without the backpack. I don't know. I'm not a great fan of the backpack actually, but anyway, I guess most people aren't a great fan of running out of ammo either. So there's one backpack and it's there. There's no more marine or invisibility sphere. I moved the shells and the green armor up here, but to make up for it, I put some armor helmets here where the green armor used to be and the shotgun shells used to be over here. This is now just like a fun little secret where you get some pickups. The thing I like about these little bonus items is that I do believe that they trigger a pleasure sensor of the brain, so to speak, when you pick these things up. It does actually feel good when you see, you hear the doo-doo, the sound, and so finding them around should be sufficient. I don't know if it's gonna feel like, wait, that was it, but it's just a nice little tiny secret that uh, I think people will enjoy finding. In fact, I should probably be using more of those little health bonuses and stuff. Yeah, and the same is for here as well. So there's like some ammo and you got health and armor bonuses. Now, that's really about it for this section, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So, good to go. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more because the next episode is going to be this fucking mess. This mess, which at this point in time of making the video, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing to this mess, but I'm starting to think about it. See, you might notice I already have a player start here. Yeah, right there. I'm getting ready to figure this fucking thing out because it can't be a puzzle, but it still needs to feel like a puzzle. How do I make the player feel smart, but actually not have to be smart? Ooh. Anyway, stay tuned for more.
Back from the dead.